A couple weeks ago on my blog I posted these oval boxes, and I've had a lot of emails asking me how to make these, so I'd like to show you how to do that now. To start with, you're going to take an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and I've taken my Baroque background stamp right here and I've inked it up in chocolate chip ink, and I've stamped it on my chocolate chip paper twice, once here and then once up there. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to take your paper cutter and you're going to cut off 2 strips of paper. The first one is going to be 2 5/8 inch, and the second one is going to be 1 3/8 inch. Now that we've cut these pieces, we need to go ahead and score them, and we want a 3/8 inch wide score mark. Since this piece is 1 3/8 inch, I'm going to go ahead and slide it to the right over to the 1 inch mark, because I know that leaves 3/8 inch hanging over here on the right side. So I'm going to bring this down and score it. And with our wider piece, this is 2 5/8 inch, so I'm going to slide it over 3/8 inch to the right. So this is going to put it at 2 1/4 inches, and I'm going to go ahead and score that piece as well. The next step I'm going to do is I'm going to take my leftover piece of cardstock, and I need to cut some ovals out of it. Now I have my oval cutter from my Colossal, and the circle that I'm going to use right here is this green oval right here. And if you measure it from this point to this point, you'll see that my oval is 2 7/8 inches across. If you're going to make a box that's any wider than 2 7/8 inch, you're going to need to get your 12 by 12 paper and make it from that, because this 11 inches isn't going to be wide enough to go around the whole oval. So I'm going to set this down, and of course holding it tight in the middle, I'm going to cut out 3 ovals using my Colossal. And just go ahead across the sheet, and then you're going to take your paper snips and just snip these little spots right here that the ovals didn't cut. And I've gone ahead and cut out my ovals ahead of time, and I have those right there. We do need a 4th oval for the top of the box, and this one wants to be stamped. So I've taken an extra piece of paper, and it's 3 1/4 inches by 4 inches, and I've stamped it with my background stamped, and I've gone ahead and used my Colossal and cut out the oval. And I'm just going to take my paper snips and snip these 2 pieces right here that didn't get cut. So go ahead and take your 4 ovals, and you're going to set those aside for right now. Now we're going to go back to the pieces that we cut earlier. We need to go ahead and stick some sticky strip on there, and we're going to lay it down on the 3/8 inch wide piece, and we're going to put it close to the scoring line. Go ahead and set it down and cut it. And you notice for this wider piece, we're going to put the sticky strip right on the stamped image. However, on this smaller piece, we're going to flip it over and put it on the back. Again, close to the score mark, but not on it. Now what we need to do is we need to cut small triangles in this piece right here. You want to start about 1/4 inch from the side, and you're going to snip little triangles going about halfway up into the red sticky strip, but not all the way across. You just want to have them like that. So they're going to be about 1/4 inch away from each other, going across the whole length. Next, what we're going to do once you've cut your triangles all the way across is you're going to go ahead and peel off this red sticky strip. Another one of the reasons that you don't want to cut your triangles all the way across is so that when you pull the sticky strip off, it'll come off in one continuous strip. What you're going to do next is you're going to take one of your plain ovals, and we're going to have this folded over, and we're going to start right here about where you snipped it. And you're going to place this right there on top of your oval. And what we're going to do is we're going to work our way around the oval, kind of placing one piece at a time as you go around. So the reason we cut these triangles is to make it easier to bend, so it will lay a little bit smoother too. And when you get back to the beginning, you're going to have to tuck this on the inside. Okay. Go ahead and reach down in there, and you're going to press these little teeny flaps down and make sure they're stuck really well. Now I forgot to show you this when I first started, but I had a piece of red sticky strip right here on the side that I started with. So what you're going to do is go ahead and peel that off so that we can stick our two ends together. Now it's really important when you're putting these two together that you don't just push them together. You want to make sure that the sides are pulled in kind of tight, and go ahead and stick them down. The reason why you want to make sure that you pull this nice and tight is you want to make sure that this oval is going to be small enough to fit inside the lid of your box. As you can see the unfinished edge down in there, and you can see all the little triangles we cut. So you're going to take another one of your ovals, and you're just going to slide it down in there and get it to fit. It's a little bit of a tight fit, and so sometimes you may need to take the piece out and trim it a little bit. So once you have that piece in there, go ahead and set it aside.